miners and a flower.
Gotta be careful with miners and flowers. Get the police involved. Thank you for pointing before I finished the joke, Jess. She knew where I was going with that. Yeah, we're going. What? We're going north.
You're either going north or west.
I think we were going north. We were going west to go up north because that's where the explosions were.
That's where you heard the explosion. Yeah.
And we're looking for the flower. There's more missing people.
Okay. So, David, first roll. Don't fuck it up. D100 roll.
A D100?
Yep.
Hold
I don't
the
think
phone.
I have that
Is
on
that
there. That's a 20. Nope.
100. Oh, hold on. Cancel. Just one. Okay. Roll. 170. 80. I did it.
You're good.
Woohoo!
Oh, I rolled a 0 and 1. That's
Oh.
makes me sad. There's 70 and 0.
Well, it's because D100 is 2 dice, so it does a D10 and then D100.
Yeah.
So, everyone else, and including Dave, actually, it's time for perception roll for the night.
Say 70 then, Matt.
Yeah, 70, well, it depends.
True. Guess it depends what you're trying to get out of it.
Yep.
15!
15? Okay. This is not going to be a high one to try and see. David's going to barely see it.
That's all I need. You need to get this lotion out of this room. This is ridiculous.
Sorry. I forget it's in here.
People are gonna think I'm slapping ham in here to hand and body cream from Trader Joe's.
Who's gonna be thinking that? Who comes over and would think that?
Why do we have a guest bathroom?
I want people to stay over.
Exactly. Everyone knows it. Oh, look. What's that?
Character sheet.
You need a character sheet, like?
It's like, yeah, David.
Sure.
We know you like that Moroccan argan oil.
There you go.
Rude.
For a smooth keyboard.
Ew.
So Justin Payton definitely saw it. David barely saw it.
Tell them what they said.
So I'm waiting for Jack to see how much he saw.
He's preparing a beverage. So all I hear is liquid
Oh!
noises.
Nice.
Woo! Jack definitely saw it.
Yeah, he definitely did see it. Actually, it kind of makes sense that you didn't see it, David. Because you don't have dark vision right now.
True.
So, everyone with dark vision can see about 100 feet in front of you is what seems to be a very charred ground.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
What?
Charred ground. Like burned.
Yeah, it's very charred. I use fire as it, but it's charred as if there was an explosion coming out from the center of it.
Like, great. Got a cave dragon. Oh, good.
It doesn't look like it had been like breathed to it. It's like centered on the one point and then burnt out.
So it's like in the center of that tube?
Yeah, like it started off right here in the middle.
Should probably get closer to investigate, huh?
Oh yeah, well you don't see anything, David. Really?
Well,
you
then
smell burnt.
they're gonna
You smell
share
burnt.
the information.
Yeah, you just smell there's some burnt stuff here,
Smells like there's some spicy Cheetos in here.
and it doesn't seem fresh.
Aw, stale Cheetos.
Yeah.
Cheers. Spicy Cheetos.
Shut the door.
What?
Shut the door.
I can't. Ah, my finger.
That sounded like you fell over.
That's
No.
so dramatic.
I just don't. Ow! I didn't want to get up, and I don't have much of a reach.
I had to lean her. Lean and wean, am I right, fellas?
What?
Oh my god.
Oh,
Ween ween!
I guess we should approach cautiously.
Yes.
Okay.
People who can see in the dark go first.
Hey, I'm carrying a thing.
Yeah, you're able to see about 6 feet out.
Let's say I stepped forward and I'm the one who stepped on the dumb rock monster, so.
Are you looking out for the rock monsters?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Okay, then your perception checks are already covering it.
Okay, good. Good.
Oh, good.
So that was 30.
Nothing so far. The smell of burnt ground is getting heavier. It still smells like it's been there a while. You're not sure how long.
Go up and taste it.
I mean, you want to taste it?
I don't.
No.
Someone else should. That's right. Put your mages in front. Smart.
And the cleric in the back. It's the perfect way to do it.
Only if it's Dragon Age Origin and then you're a battle mage, which make they're so OP. You can do all the spells of a mage, but then when you get the battle mage specialization class, you don't have armor requirements anymore, like strength requirements for the big bulky armor, so you can just wear whatever armor you want and still do spells.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's great.
It's very fun.
What about Inquisition?
No.
Dang it!
No,
They
it's not
nerfed
an
it.
Inquisition. They did it. They nerfed it hard.
I mean, battle mage is fun, but it's more like a legitimate battle mage where you have spells. You can create like a magic, like a white magic sword, and every time you use it, it costs a little bit of mana, but you're just swinging it like melee.
I want to play that game again.
It's good.
I want to finish that game.
I got it on PS4.
Woo!
Oh, it's out there.
Oh.
But that would take up memory space.
And?
We should get like a memory stick.
Or I can just uninstall something.
I can't play.
Huh.
So I don't have to ruin yours.
You're gonna ruin it. I'm not in the middle of a playthrough.
Yet.
I finished the DLC, remember, a year and a half ago.
Okay.
Plus, each different.
Okay.
Each profile has a different save, anyways.
Boom.
Okay.
Hey, Jess, boom. What class are you gonna do, though?
Yeah,
I don't know.
There's classes, and then you get further in the game, you get specialization quests to go on.
I'm not really sure.
Yeah, you gotta look that up.
Cause the game was so open world, like Skyrim. I had a hard time figuring anything out, where to go. I ended up running into all kinds of things I couldn't actually handle. Oh, it sucked.
Because you can do a poison archer, you can do a necromancer.
I was some sort of
battle
mage.
I forget what the third one is.
I think.
Here, I'll look it
I
up.
don't remember.
Well, I won't look it up on here because we're streaming. It would show. Amazing! No cups needed.
I just wish I remembered what I had been playing before. Oh.
Yeah.
I'll read off the classes to you.
Jess, you actually have this
Path of
sword
Exile.
now in your inventory.
Oh, you put it in my inventory?
You have it in your inventory now.
Yay! Thanks.
You're very welcome. It is a great sword.
Oh my.
What happened?
Not much. We're about to go and look into the
Not
fireball.
much.
I just sold Jesse has the sword in your inventory. We're talking about Dragon Age.
I have a
unknown
sword.
I believe
He
you got that.
has the sword of mana.
I do?
You do.
My eyes hurt.
Your eyes hurt? Wear your glasses.
They're in the bathroom.
Okay. Here, you read here's all the specializations for each class. Let's see, it says. Okay. So you have since like rogue, and then you go into 3 specializations, and then we'll do warrior and yada yada. Like the far bathroom?
Our bathroom.
That one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Master bath.
Bathroom bath.
Yeah, I think I was a knight enchanter.
Nice. That's a fun one.
It's the only thing that sounds familiar. Oh gosh, when did that come out?
Inquisition?
Yeah. Thank you.
2014?
Yep.
So it's been about 9 years since I've played it?
9? 7?
Yes.
Maybe more. It'd be closer to 2023 right now. It was 9.
Yeah.
I just didn't do the math right. I had to do a lot of math today. I'm all mathed out.
But you should do the mathematician specialization class.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure I was a knight enchanter.
Yeah?
Yeah. Because I wanted to have physical capabilities as well as magical.
That's what I was. Yeah, because then you get the blade and stuff.
Because I know I had a sword of some kind.
Yep.
Yeah.
You do the swinging. You tap it every turn for a magic sword.
It's just, yeah, it's been a long time. Because I wanted to be able to do damage from afar and up close.
Yeah, because Knight
I'm not very
Enchanter's
good.
the battle mage. Yeah.
I'll probably be a lot better at it this time around.
Probably.
Sure, Necromancer would be fun.
Because my brain actually works a little bit better than it used to.
I'll have David roll a perception check.
Perceive this.
Boom!
Ooh. 19, baby.
You rolled 2.
I double clicked, but it only rolled the last one. Because that's how you do it, right? Or is it a hold?
It's a 1.
For the dice to show up.
I
I
have
don't know
no
how to
idea.
I don't know which
I
one.
thought it was double click, but let me try hold. Nope.
You just click once. What are you, retarded?
I'm trying to get the dice to pop up on the character sheet.
Yeah, it only does it every once in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I'm rolling low today.
I like these
get the rolls
20s
up.
I'm getting. No.
All the low rolls out. Dave, you notice something shiny in the ground, in the ash.
I mention it to the party.
Okay.
People with better eyesight.
I shall look at it.
Okay. Give me a
Perception?
perception check. Yep.
Whoa, what the frick?
There you go.
Oh, the first one was intimidation. I'm like, what happened?
You're gonna intimidate the shiny thing on the
Intimidate
ground.
it and tell me
Show me you are.
tell me
Dig
what it
yourself up!
Okay, so you look a little closer where David pointed it out, and you notice that there's a small band of metal poking out from the center of the ring of ash.
From the Ring of Ash
Yep,
in the middle,
roughly right here.
right here.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I tell if there's any other danger other than the, fire?
It doesn't look like the fire is burning anything. It's like it's been put out for a while.
Okay. Can I detect anything weird about it?
Are you using detect magic or something like that?
I guess if I can.
You can, if you wanted to.
Well, I don't really have detect magic, do I?
I don't believe so.
Well,
I don't think anyone has detect magic.
nope.
Well,
So
should I?
no,
I'm a
you don't have
mage.
it. You're a mage, but you don't have detect magic. You never learned the spell.
That's stupid.
It was your choices.
I feel that should just be a default.
You think, but it's not.
Might as well be spellblind while I'm at it. Oh my gosh.
So it looks like a ring.
Two.
Can I throw a rock at it?
Yeah. Roll a dex check. You hit it with a rock. It pings and gets out of the dirt that it was in, and just lands on top of the soil.
Okay,
Right next to your rock.
I'm gonna touch it with my foot.
Nothing happens.
I'm gonna come and look at the thing.
Okay.
Want to look at it a little closer.
Okay. It looks like a inscribed ring.
Do I have anything I can pick it up with?
Do you have any sticks or anything? I mean, you have your swords. Like, let me see. What do you have?
I've got my crossbow bolts.
Yeah, you can do that. You can use
Okay.
the back end of a crossbow bolt to do it.
Okay. Because I don't want to touch anything that I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I'm starting to learn, with this
Oh
sword and everything.
yeah. So yeah, you pick it up with a crossbow bolt. Nothing seems to happen.
No glowing, no nothing.
No.
Does it have writing, you said?
Yeah, it has runic writing on it.
I should probably be taking notes. Typing with one hand is not very fast.
I know that very well.
Am I able to read the runic writing?
You can. It looks like you can read it, as far as you can tell.
I
Yeah, you
can?
can. You can. You have the eyes of the room keeper.
Eyes of the Roomkeeper?
Yeah, you have.
That's
the eyes
right, I
of the
can
room keeper.
read anything, huh?
Yeah,
That's
as
right.
long as you touch it.
I don't remember that being part of it.
Let me double check. I believe you have to touch it.
I can read all writing.
Alright, never mind. You don't have to touch it. Make an Arcana check. You can tell this type of the inscriptions are magical spell formulas meant for a sorcerer.
Okay.
You can't really just based off what you can read off it. You can't really understand what it's supposed to do. You can tell it's not harmful at least. It's not gonna if someone puts it on, it's not gonna blow up in their face.
So I can tell it's not going to curse me if I put it on.
Yeah,
or
you can
touch
tell.
it.
As far as you can tell from the runes on it, there is no curse.
Okay. I guess I'll take a chance. I'll put it on unless anybody else wants to.
Nah.
Go for it.
Okay.
Cool. Applying ring to hand.
Oh no, it's ruined.
Okay, put a side note on your character card that you have a mysterious ring.
What's up, Game God? Who says hi to me and Jess and Sup Fubar.
Hello.
Read.
I
What?
have a character now?
Yeah.
What?
It's just
Oh,
you have a
notes!
ring
It just
now.
literally says notes, huh?
Yeah.
Add other.
Yeah, you can do that or put it into.
Wearing odd ring. Found in ashen circle.
This is gonna be fun.
Gonna be fun?
Oh yeah.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so which way do you guys want to go?
Should probably still go north, huh?
One more perception check from Jack and Jess.
What?
This is based on
Boom.
hearing, so if you have good hearing, you get.
Bam! Get
So
perceived.
Jack got good one.
Meh.
Jess did not. Jack, you recognize the sound of something to the west, like somewhat southwest, of someone's skull being cracked by a fist. Yeah, and my phone's vibrating.
Oh no, there's something in the cave. It's the rumble
Yeah.
worm.
Rumble worm.
It's a tremor. Run!
Ah!
Graboid, you mean?
Not run. That's the opposite of what you do with a graboid.
Graboid.
It's an ass blaster.
Oh, no. Why would that want to be in the mines?
That's true.
You
Terrible
want to be
place.
deeper in the mine, then. You don't want to be near the exit entrance.
Oh no, Fubar's leaving.
Yeah, you hear
Ain't-
it coming from this way.
Oh.
He says
Danger,
this
Will
way.
Robinson.
Go north.
What's going on, Birdman?
Birdman.
Danger, Will Robinson.
Oh.
Danger? Danger we should be going towards or away from?
Ah.
Okay. Proceed with
Which way
caution.
Yeah, you wanted it. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Little bits at a time.
Right behind you.
So we can make sure that we're figuring out if we're near danger or not. Because I've still got my, what's it called? Torch.
Yeah.
So that the non-Nightseers can see.
Which is, I think, David.
Boom.
Oh. So, you and David and Jess aren't looking towards Jack, and then all of a sudden, when you do look back to see where he is, he's gone.
Towards Jack?
Yeah, he
did a
was right
stealth
behind
roll.
you. Yeah, he just stealth. So he was you were going forward. You felt him behind you. Then you look behind just to make sure he's not there.
Oh my.
And Peyton's just looking ahead, like following something with her eyes.
Could I have told before he disappeared what general direction he was heading in?
Yeah, Peyton can also point you in the right direction
Okay.
because she was watching when he was going. Plus, you guys know him pretty well. Even though he's being more stealthy than usual, you can kind of follow him.
Okay. Maybe I should try being stealthy too.
You guys want to be stealthy? Are you sure you want to do that? Are you sure you want to try to do that with Peyton? I should say.
What, with her being clanky?
Yeah, she's very clanky. She's in full heavy armor.
Well, maybe if she can be clanky, that doesn't mean I have to be.
Okay.
I'm gonna kind of cling to the walls.
Just gonna try not to be clanky.
Whoops. Man, I kind of hate having to switch between these.
Nick, Game Guy has a question. It says, did Big force you to play D&D, David?
I love
No.
D&D. I talk about it at work all the time.
No, it's just a way for us to hang out with our Spokane buddies. Our Spo bros.
Spo bros. Yeah, my
I'm
friends
so
are
glad
what
I was
really
following.
miss. Seriously though,
What?
even if we go out there in April, we should definitely have them come down.
Agreed.
I'd like all three of them. You know, if Mel will let him come down here
That's
without
true.
her.
Yeah.
I don't see why she wouldn't, but...
What's that double... What is this thing?
What?
It's like... It's different. It's two numbers. What's
Group
that?
1, Peyton, Natalia.
That's rolling with disadvantage or advantage.
Was it disadvantage?
Yeah.
Okay, so she's not quite as loud, but she's still pretty noisy, huh?
Yeah, it's about average. Yeah, if you hold control, you can pick what you want to do, or right click and then you can choose which one you want to do.
Can I tell which direction he's going?
Yeah, you can tell he's going somewhat south.
Okay. We haven't run into anything yet.
No?
Lucky. Yeah, in the wall.
Yeah.
Peyton's like staying a bit back so she's not making as much noise for you guys. She's very conscious of how bad she is at stealthing.
If anything, we should be using Peyton for bait.
Rude.
Smart.
Oh no.
Yeah,
You don't want me to go this way?
it's up to you. And you gotta stop.
He has to stop, or we all have to stop.
We all have to stop because he just triggered something. Okay, I have to make an attack roll.
I'm stealthed.
Yeah, he's
Let's see
still.
if it sees you.
What?
What?
Let's see if it sees you.
There you
I rolled
go.
a 23.
That's true.
It just rolled an 18. Natural.
Not good enough.
Actually, no, it's not good enough. It is not good enough. It did not see you.
Does Fubar see it?
Hope
No.
so. He's like right on top of it.
Yeah.
He did not actually see it.
What?
You can try to look for it, but you're probably not going to see it.
It's the same kind of creature, right?
Yeah, but it's got other reasons why it's not going to be seen.
Man, I should have
So-
spoken up before.
So do these things respond to sound?
Nope.
What? They just look?
Yeah, they can see. As long as they don't move, it's hard to see what they are. It's nearly impossible to see what they are.
It'd be nice to be able to bait them out.
Yeah. In front of you, it just looks like there's a bit of leather on the ground.
It's not leather. Fubar. I'm whispering down the cave. Fubar! It's not leather.
I'm just sad now because my decision is gonna look like metagaming.
It's
What?
okay.
Well,
It was
because
my
I was
fault.
well, I was thinking of not going around this useless circle since you uncovered the map down here,
Hmm.
which is I guess also slightly metagaming, but it's like we can see what's down here, so go straight down instead of.
So you're saying
around.
Fubar should back up and come towards us?
Well, I wasn't gonna say anything to Fubar. He's free to go in any direction, but I was kind of thinking of waiting until he emerged out here and then going back down.
I mean, since the thing didn't see him, he can probably back up and just come back towards us, right? He avoided an
I mean,
encounter.
That's
Depends what he-
metagaming though, because he doesn't know
Yeah,
it's there.
He just
But
sees-
it doesn't know he's there, so he could probably just sneak past it.
Yeah. In all honesty, it just looks like leather to you, though.
Looks like what?
It just looks like leather. Like someone left some leather on the ground.
Does
Well,
they
now
look
I'm
like
cautious.
rocks?
No,
So-
this is a different creature.
You said it was the same creature.
Yeah.
Same type.
There's a
Like,
random
these types
leather.
of creatures. Yeah, this one looks like leather. The other one looks like stalactites.
I feel uneasy now.
Well, if we see a random watermelon on the ground, we know it's one of these creatures.
I sensed something.
You sense a disturbance in the forest.
His feathers moved.
I want to go back, but I don't want to metagame.
I know.
Sure.
Yeah.
Maybe. Well, is the creature?
Well, again, Fubar, it sounds like, since the thing
What-
didn't see him, Fubar could sneak right
That's
past it.
true.
Yeah, the question is, if you didn't know it was there, would you have stepped on the leather?
I doubt it. Why would he want to make excess noise?
Well, it's leather. It's not going to make noise.
I wouldn't step on anything that wasn't just the normal ground.
Yeah,
Okay.
basically.
Then yeah, then you you can go around it without metagaming.
Well,
Is-
I noticed them not coming, so I stopped.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go tap her on the shoulder. And kind of like put my arms up, be like, why aren't you following me?
And I guess I'll explain that, honestly, I don't see a reason to circle around that because our map shows it's just, a plain circle. We need to see what's down here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that's honestly what I was thinking.
Plus, also, honestly, when you were up to this point, you could see that this probably looped around to here.
Yeah. See, that was why I was thinking, of hugging the wall and just going back down this way
Yeah.
and waiting for him to come out this way. Because I didn't really see a need to go around.
Yeah.
I actually thought going straight down would be a trap, and that's why I was gonna go around. It seemed more likely that you would have had a trap on the easy way to go. Apparently not.
See that? My thought was with the map having already been drawn out, enough people have been that way anyways.
You can see that this area's been mined a bit, and it's been freshly mined.
Okay.
I will go this way then.
I take a big whiff. Smells freshly mined in here.
You smell someone's fart.
What?
Wasn't me.
Well, now I know it's you. Tieflings, man.
What the heck? There we go.
Why is Peyton so far back?
Because she's
making a lot of
clanky.
noise. She's going clank, 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 clank.
What, is she speed jogging?
Yeah.
I thought we were just walking.
I know he's quieter than me, so I don't want to give him away either too much.
Only on his wedding day.
Alright, stop there. Yeah, David, you can move up. You were moving with them. It's Peyton that's not going to be moving. And so I'll move Peyton to where she would be. Be right around there. And let me just double check how far you can see. Doo-doo-doo. Okay. Oop, wrong one. This.
Sounds like something's bubbling in this cave.
A little bit.
It's either lava or soup.
Soup. I'm still
There's
hungry,
definitely
so I
some
guess
lava
that's a
around.
good sign.
You see a disheveled man standing above 3 dwarven corpses. They do not have pickaxes on them or on the ground. One seems to have their head caved in. One has a hole in their chest, and the other one is split in half.
Oh, that's nice.
Yikes. Can we tell anything about this man?
Go ahead and make a perception check or history, if you think if you read up on this type of person.
I guess I'll do perception first and see if this is the type of person I would know anything about.
Okay. Well, everyone's rolling low on the perception checks for this one.
Oh, there's mine. Wow. Why
Well,
isn't it showing up?
I don't think anyone got it that time. I mean, you look at him, it looks kind of dead,
Kind of dead.
but he's still walking around.
I mean, we've encountered the undead already.
Mm-hmm. You also notice that there is Jack notices because he can look around the corner and see a freshly dug up skeleton of a dragon.
Huh. Interesting.
You see it slowly start to turn around.
Well, chances are it's not going to notice Jack.
It's beelining for Peyton.
She can take it.
Is this combat or no?
It's up to you guys. What are you gonna do?
Did it
So
see
we
us?
You can't. As far as you can tell, it doesn't see you. It walks to that point.
Does anybody have any healing spells?
Peyton does.
How many?
She's rested up, so she can use as many healing spells as she needs to. Though I will say, healing spells on undead in this game does not work as you probably think it is.
No, that's in Pathfinder.
Yeah.
I don't know, because I don't know if we want to... Do we want to try messing with something that looks undead, or do we want to try maybe asking around anything people might know about what the frick is happening? So maybe we are a little bit more prepared.
We're already so deep in, though. You know,
You could ask Peyton to turn undead.
that's true.
I guess that's true.
Peyton, we should.
You can do it stealthily.
I signaled to Peyton to stamp her foot real hard on the ground and get ready for some undead dancing.
Okay. You want her to cast turn undead.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, especially if it looks dead.
You see the aura slowly coming from her holy symbol and radiate out as it walks right through it.
So it didn't work?
It doesn't seem to even be affected by it. And it locks eyes with Peyton.
Is this a,
It does not seem to be up in arms right now.
Okay. So
as
it
far
doesn't
as you
seem...
can tell, it does not seem like it's about to be aggressive.
Okay. Maybe we should stay put to see if it, leaves us alone. And try to... Since it walked right by me, can I do another perception check just to see if I can see anything different? Woo!
Damn! Okay, I will give you a history check. This is recalling 3 books. I'm going to give you advantage for this because you rolled a natural 20 on it. So roll another one.
Come on, Jess.
Nope.
Those twice
You've read about undead, and like in the back of your head, something says you know about this undead, but you can't quite get the knowledge.
So I know it's not quite like undead you hear about more often, but I don't know anything else.
Yeah, this is a rare type of undead that takes a lot to actually come out. It normally is out for a specific reason.
Okay.
And you also know if it's being controlled by someone, it's someone very powerful. But you did get a good look at its forehead, and it does not have anything on its forehead.
Okay. Typing things.
You guys also notice that he is carrying in a small sack one piece of each of the corpses.
Oh, picky eater, huh?
In general knowledge, since it's been past a minute, you cannot revive a corpse without it being fully intact.
Fair.
Meaning this thing is stopping the creatures that it just killed, the people that it just killed, from being revived. You also notice him stop just past Peyton, pull out a book that seems to be filled with pages in writing of different names, scratching 3 of them out, then closing the book. Is there anything you'd like to do?
Gang, what do you think?
I honestly don't know. We really should have gotten more information before we ventured into the mines.
We asked around.
We didn't ask enough. We have no idea what we're dealing with.
Should have bought a etymology book. Well, I mean, it's past us now. We can keep going.
Yeah. A moment later, it takes another 30 foot step. Doesn't seem to be running.
It's just walking.
Yeah. In a complete relaxed pace.
Well, until I know what we're dealing with, I'm not comfortable going after it. Does anybody else want to try killing it?
No.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Keep going.
Yeah.
A moment later, it is gone.
Disappears into the dark.
Yep.
Still keeping an eye out.
Okay.
Search the bodies.
Search the bodies. You see these are dwarven people. They do not seem to be wearing anything that you've seen as normal wear in the city. They are probably not dwarves of this city. They do not have pickaxes.
They were hunting it?
You're not sure. But by the fact that they are here and the creature was here, most likely it was chasing chasing them.
Shit. Search.
You're gonna search the dragon?
Dragon.
I'm definitely gonna want to search the dragon.
Okay, yeah. First I'll do the people. Go ahead and give me d20 rolls. And perception rolls on the people. See what you find on them.
I didn't see nothing.
Nothing.
Oh, jeez. David, can you save him?
21.
Oh, jeez.
No. You re-rolled a 20 though.
It was a 21. Oh.
I think he
I keep
double-clicked
double-clicking
again.
by accident.
He double clicked. Yeah. But that's a good one. You find a small sack of gold.
Regular gold?
Yeah.
Well, that's
About-
definitely not from the city.
40 gold pieces.
Cool. I throw it in a
And-
magic hole.
You also
I'm the
see
banker.
I throw it at you.
10 empty flasks, and you see a red liquid inside of it that you recognize as healing potions.
Mm. Cool.
They used to be, at least. They've been drank.
Ugh.
Ugh.
I hold the bottle up and start smashing the base with my tongue out, trying to get a drop.
You're gonna try to get a drop?
Yeah.
You get a drop out.
Do you have full health?
Yeah.
Roll a con save.
But now I'm like extra healthy.
Roll a con save.
$13.
Yeah.
It tastes like it was mixed with alcohol or something.
Freaking dwarves. Spiked their own. No wonder they died.
Nice.
Either that or
God,
they
that
just
reminded
drank.
me of the dude.
Can we do any kind of rolls to observe the dragon? Like, see if
Yeah,
there's anything
well,
notable?
we were dealing with the corpses first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so what do you want to? You want to perceive it, or do you want to investigate it but kill the dragon, or do you want to try to use Arcana to try and understand it more?
Arcana, 'cause I got a +3 bonus.
Okay. What are you going to be trying to understand from the dragon with your Arcana?
What are my options?
Trying to understand maybe based off of different cues if it had any magic on it, if it was what type of dragon it might have been from different different like burns in the bone itself,
See, I
stuff like
know.
that.
I would definitely try to figure out what kind of dragon it is. Maybe how old it was when it died.
That.
What it died from.
That.
I would say that would,
An
I would
18.
say that would be an investigation check on, like, what it died from.
Okay.
18, you can tell it was probably a red dragon. Probably a big fat one too.
I'm gonna nickname him Cinnamon.
I want to try and figure out how old it was too, and we'll at least see because I rolled a 16. See if I can figure out the
You're
approximate
guessing-
age and how it died.
You're guessing it was roughly an adult, and you by what's around it and the cracks in that bone, it was probably crushed by the rocks that are around it. You're not sure exactly how long ago. Like when you reach out and touch one of the more bones that you'd think that you don't really mind if it just breaks, you see it just turn to dust.
So very, very old.
Yes. You also
Didn't we need dragon
feel
dust?
you need a dragon scale.
Dang.
I scraped some of its bone dust into a little vial.
Okay. I mean, you have plenty of potion vials right around you. You just gotta dry it out.
Yep.
Jess,
Yes.
I need you to roll a perception check with advantage. By the way, where is the sword?
I would usually have it at my hip. Or directly on my back.
It would probably be on your back.
Jesus.
Wait, what?
Uh-oh.
How did you get that?
I don't know.
Good thing there's advantage.
Impossible.
No, yeah, that's not possible.
That's actually impossible. Unless you had a
What
negative.
the frick?
Can you have a...
Okay, perception.
She has a positive 2.
Advantage. Oh!
It's
No, the first one I got an 18.
It's not showing up.
Yeah, it just wasn't showing up.
Yeah, it's not showing up properly.
Yeah, I got an 18. I
Okay.
was trying to look at it, but it cleared it.
Why is it showing a 0 though?
Yeah, I don't
Because
know.
it's not. Yeah, it doesn't want to show the advantage rolls. Because if you
Yeah.
right click, if you go to the thing and you right click, it shows you can do advantage.
Yeah, I can see it on the.
No,
game
not on
log
the
for it.
Constitution. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
18. You feel the sword on your back vibrating.
It's not gonna talk in front of anybody, is it?
I speak dragon.
I'm not talking about the dragon.
Well, you know.
I don't think I've actually told any of these guys about my sword, have I?
I don't think so.
I don't think
You
I've
have
told. Yep, nobody knows about my sword. I, for some reason, am keeping it under wraps.
Could what's her face revive the dragon so we could talk to it? That'd be cool.
Fuck no.
It's
That'd be
way
cool.
too old.
It'd be cool, but it's way too old.
I want
It
to
would
use
take a
Draconic, dang it.
In all honesty, it would take a wish spell to revive this dragon.
Ooh, that's some high level magic.
I'm pretty sure that's the only way to get it.
I just want him to revive him so he can teach me an ancient dragon swear word.
Dude, that dragon would probably be so ticked off.
It'd be so funny. Like, what are you gonna do? You're stuck between a rock and another rock.
Would I know if dragon bone dust is viable for spells?
Yeah, you you could use it for, but this is, yeah, you'd probably be able to use it.
Okay. Because, I mean, either we could use it possibly, or we could sell it to, like,
Yeah.
a higher level mage or something.
You definitely think that a little bit of it would help out.
Okay. Would I know how to pay respects to a dragon?
No.
Dang. Would David?
He would know how to pay respects to a dragonborn,
Okay.
and the sword is vibrating more.
And if we
Point
roll
at the
what?
sword.
Here, Jack.
Make a wisdom save.
Who?
Jess. As soon as you grab onto the handle, it makes your hands flip it over and jab it into the chest of the dragon.
Oh my.
You expect to see like where it stabs in to crush in and turn to like bone dust, but you see the whole skeleton start to crystallize and spread out until it is a solid form. And you see, if you look to your left and look at the dragon's eyes, you see it flash red for a second.
But it's still like dead?
Yes.
Huh.
And you have control back of your body, and the sword lets you lets you pull it out, and it is no longer vibrating.
I think I should write this down.
Probably.
In David's voice, I'm gonna say, "What the heck was that?"
Nailed it. How long were you working on that? That was really impressive.
I'm gonna investigate this rock.
You're gonna investigate the rock.
Yep. 15.
Okay. 15. The rock. It's got some ore in it. It's got some iron ore.
This is iron.
Yeah, it's got some iron ore in it.
What about this one?
That one. That looks like a boulder.
That's
What
a
about
nice
this one?
boulder.
Looks like a granite boulder.
This one looks like a Indiana Jones boulder. It's gonna
Yeah.
come out and crush you guys.
Yep.
That's
Get
why I
out.
moved out of the way.
Get on your indie cap, Jack.
You and Jets are about to get ran over.
This is true.
I am pausing because I need to write stuff down. We'll type it, and I'm slow.
You're all good. Lots of information.
I'm not keeping the greatest notes, but I'll be honest, since we have it on stream, we probably have it available to recall.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what do I need to do? Move out of the way? Something happening?
No,
Yeah.
as far as you can see, everything's fine. You guys can see the skeleton is now a solid form. It is no longer, when you actually reach over and touch it, it's solid. It's no longer collapsing in on itself from age.
Huh.
I'm gonna slide a hand and pickpocket David.
Hey!
I'm pretty sure David knows about it without a roll.
I flexed my butt cheeks.
What are you trying to grab though, Jeff?
I stare him down,
27.
telling him not to do it.
Fine.
I'm pretty sure he's crapping himself right now.
A little bit.
Here's your empty vial back.
Thank you. I pull out a little bit of bone dust and sprinkle it in Fubar's hand.
Oh my god.
Look at it confused.
Man, I just wasted a nat 20.
Yep.
Oh.
You were just over there squatting. And...
Well, he just watched me crystallize a dragon, and I'm just freaking glaring at him. He's probably like, okay.
I got bored.
Can I tell anything about the crystal I just caused to happen?
You notice that it's like it is a strong crystallized form, and it probably can receive some type of magic.
Huh.
You also feel that when that happens, some type of magical wave was sent out. It's not something that you'd normally be attuned to. It's something that you kind of felt on the weave itself that is the basic form of magic. It's just like a slight ripple into it that slowly is going out. Noticeable if you're actually looking for it, but it's not.
Would an Arcana check do anything extra?
Not much.
Well, if he didn't notice it, I don't know if he. Well, maybe.
He would have noticed it. Like,
Yeah.
this is something that you both would have noticed, and since you were
Okay.
actually watching it, you would have seen it. It feels weird. It's like you get that feeling of deja vu.
Deja
It's like,
vu.
yeah, it's like the Matrix when something glitches. It's like something's weird, but then it passes.
Okay. Interesting, interesting.
And you do feel like this location is now being watched by something.
Okay.
You don't think it's looking at you, but you know this location is.
So whatever entity is watching, we feel doesn't care about us.
Yeah, it does not seem to be like angry at all at you. It just looks like,
Just observant.
yeah, it looks like it just opened its eyes towards you. Like it's looking into this general area.
Well, this is interesting. Do we notice anything else about this particular area that would possibly draw these guys close?
You do notice that they had some, like in these corners up here, they had what looks to be like slingshots that were slinging potions.
Oh.
But those devices seems to have broken down. And now that you look at that and see that, there is broken glass on the ground that you guys stepped over.
Huh.
And I will need a perception check from everyone. Peyton's gonna hear it.
I ain't.
19, baby.
That's actually what Peyton rolled. Actually, you guys are gonna hear it anyways. David and Peyton hear clear,
Oh!
and then another blast. So you all hear a giant blast coming from the north.
Well, what's the explosion noise? You got one on cue?
I do not have it on cue.
Well, what was that noise earlier they were showing us? I thought that was an explosion noise before Fubar joined the call.
Well, isn't it the volcano going off signaling the time of day?
It is, but that's a different noise.
Nick, that was your cue. Play the noise.
Okay, so it was a different explosion. The heck is a fudge roll? You see on the left, the die?
Uh-huh.
You
Icon?
fudge an actual roll of what it would
Fudge.
be.
Fudge! Should probably go towards the explosion, huh? There it is. Do you hear that explosion?
Nice explosion noise.
Negative. Jess imploded.
Jeez.
I just hit the fudge button. Aw, fudge.
It's funny, you click it, it goes, fudge.
Fudge.
To the north!
To the north.
Bustin'.
Are you guys watching where you're going?
Of course.
Always.
Jack, are you?
Maybe.
Make perception checks. This is a different thing.
All of us?
28.
Jack, that's stealth, Jack.
I know.
3!
David's not looking at anything.
5.
Completely invisible to anything.
I'm in a cave.
Yeah, you're in a
Natural
cave.
20.
I guess we're all just distracted about that dragon skeleton that crystallized.
If anything, we should have made armor out of him. That would have been cool.
Well, before we move on, was there any part of it that was, like, detachable that I could take with me?
No. When
Dang
it
it.
crystallized, there was not any way to just detach it anymore.
You should have shaved some bone like I did.
Well, that's what I was planning to do.
But before the crystal.
Before the crystallization, I was asking if I could fill the
then yeah.
flask.
Yeah, because that's what I did.
Then you can get one of the flaps, but you won't be able to get anything. It will
Anything
turn to
from the
dust
crystal?
before-
Okay.
Yeah, you won't be able to get it from the crystal. As soon as you try to separate it from the skeleton itself, it will crumble.
Okay. Well,
And hi, Sai. They're encountering Doom.
Hello, Sai.
oh, hello.
Sai asked you a question.
Who?
What?
He asked Nick a question. He's like, when's
Oh,
D&D?
it's next Friday. That way we have everyone around. Because it's an important event for that group. And they found your friend's explosion hole.
Explosion hole?
Yeah, it out of game. I would say about 10 fireballs went off in the center on one person in about 10 minutes.
Me after I eat
Actually,
a
no, it was
bag of
less than a
spicy Cheetos.
It was like about a minute is worth of fireballs every 6 seconds.
Why?
You don't know. It can happen to Sai though.
Ooh.
And you see. Oops, not what I want to do. No, come on. Didn't do it. That area has been completely exploded.
Completely exploded.
Yeah, it seems like people have already started clearing most of the rubble out.
Where?
But this area right here was blocked off by rocks last time you saw it.
Right here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Keep it moving.
Whoa.
What are you doing over there? She's bouncing off the walls. Oh my god.
Sorry, just messing around.
Supermaning over here.
I'm just
Jack.
messing around. Oops.
You hear digging.
Peek around the corner.
From over here.
Oh. Whoa.
From
What is
where?
it?
You're digging from this location. From behind those boulders, you can hear something digging. Something big.
I heard people saying clear.
You did hear some people saying clear. There's no rubble here.
Get behind David.
No, I'm
David?
the mage.
Get behind David.
I point at the rock.
I will. Let me see.
Cast a spell.
I'm looking at my spell list. I'm going
I'm not noticing anything.
to alter
Nope.
myself
Okay.
into the rock sucker.
What?
You're gonna alter yourself into.
Stalactite.
Yeah. I'm gonna call myself Stalagmite.
Stalagmite.
Nice.
And
You actually cannot become that.
why?
It is a size larger than you.
It's bigger than me?
It is bigger than you.
What? You did not sell that last time at all. You made it sound like it was latching on my face.
Yeah.
Like it was a volleyball.
Oh no, it was not latching onto your face. It was like grabbing and pulling you towards it.
Okay.
My bad on that.
Why do I even
It
have
is
fun
a-
spells if I can't use them?
I mean, I honestly was trying to see, like, could you actually do that? Could you actually?
I
hit all
cast
that?
invisibility.
Invisibility. Okay.
Because I just saw I had it. And once I do that, I will move closer.
Okay. Is anyone watching behind us?
Peyton.
Yeah.
Peyton is?
Yeah.
Okay. Good to know.
What's to the right here?
To the right? I'm about to show you.
I think I'm gonna keep an eye behind us too,
Okay.
especially since I'm staying behind a little bit. Should I roll perception or
Yeah. Oh no, you already have a perception roll right now.
what? That 4?
You're not gonna need much for this.
I have a 14.
You see these little jellyfish-like things floating towards us.
Uh-oh.
From where?
You didn't notice them until now.
What
Do I know what they
direction?
are?
Do the clicky thing.
Do a investigation this time.
Nick, do the clicky thing.
The clicky thing?
Yeah, he wants to know what direction they're coming from.
They came from this direction.
Oh, of course.
I rolled a 19.
Oh, they're down.
Just rolled a
They're
19.
down there.
Yeah.
You know these as flumps.
Mm.
They're completely harmless.
Completely harmless?
Yep.
Gesundheit.
Yeah.
How do you spell that?
One sec.
F-L-O-O-M-P-H.
F-L-U-M-P-H-S.
F-L-U-M-P-H-S?
Yes.
M as in mumps?
Yes.
Okay.
Be like my dad. D as in day. B as in boy.
You know these things feed off of psionic energy.
Run! Get out of chat!
Yes, it feeds off of psi.
Psionic
Psi and
energy.
psi only.
How do you spell psionic? P-S-Y-O-N-I-C?
PSI.
P-S-I?
Yes.
So, can I do an investigation check since I'm near this rock, or?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Oh my god! I'm invisible. I can enroll with advantage.
There's some really nice rocks.
I guess he forgot what he was doing.
Yeah.
So he's just kind of spacing out at him.
Yep. He's just spacing out at him, just like. Huh.
That is a nice boulder.
Yeah, the strike lines just flow through his head instead of any actual investigation.
I'm gonna mimic the sound that I hear from the other side.
All right.
What's it say? It is.
Do you hear it, David?
I do. I better be. I'm pretty close to this stupid rock.
What is it?
I mean, even with the one, you can tell it's something's digging, and it's
Is it digging towards us or away from us?
towards you.
I let the group know.
Okay. They're floating towards us right now.
You don't want to get out of the way.
So,
True.
do I know that these things, like, if they travel towards psionic energy, since it's what they feed on?
No. You know that they normally stay out of range of psionic energy and just feed off of them, like, in hiding. But you also know that they go towards adventurers with good thoughts to get away from anything that, because as they eat psionic energy, they eat also like they can feel the intent behind those thoughts.
So they're coming to us for happy thoughts?
Yes.
What?
Sai says it's fine. He doesn't have any psionic energy left. He spent too much time with high as fuck elves in their little forest.
Yep.
Those dang Keeblers.
It's kind of funny.
But keeping up with the Keeblers.
Okay. I want to
I'll
be,
give
like,
you
on high
this to
alert.
Yeah. I'll send you something in just. There you go.
Okay.
Okay.
So, should we position ourselves somewhere else? Should we wait to see what pops out?
When you were listening to it, it doesn't seem like it's making any progress.
So it's trying and failing?
Yes.
It's weird. So it's something big, but it's failing at digging.
Mm-hmm. You don't know why, but it's failing.
Well, I guess we should just keep exploring north then, huh?
You can also tell by the difference in the rock and the walls. The rocks were probably placed there, not fell from the ceiling.
So it's keeping something in, probably.
It's a prison.
Or something very big.
Well,
I'll meet these little guys halfway.
Okay. They're moving up to you, to Peyton, and to David.
I think of eating a deep dish pizza and how much I would enjoy it, and I share it with the SpongeBob thing. The spongy fish, the foof.
They seem to be like glowing a pleasant green.
I give it a mental high five.
The one next to you seems to be now glowing pink.
Yay.
I whisper to Fubar, "Hey, feed this thing."
I don't trust it.
I'll be thinking of the beautiful sights on our way here, the prospect of our new tavern,
Okay.
which I'm excited about
Punching the
IRL.
orc's face in!
Angry bird.
Oh,
Angry, very angry bird.
the satisfaction of caving an ogre's face in!
Oh yeah! The macho
Killed my
man.
family!
Warm and fuzzy thoughts coming out of me.
It is pink around you, Jess, and green around Jack.
Jack, stop it.
It's a happy thought.
There's no flumps around him. Rude.
Can you feel it now, Mr.
Meditate.
Krabs?
Tell Jack to think good things.
That's a happy thought for me.
You know it's not angry. Angry would be red.
Oh yeah, Persona Strikers is pretty good.
Satisfaction.
What's-
Revenge.
It's not particularly enjoying the energy you're putting off. Good
It's more
energies
curious.
only,
Good.
please.
Green is good.
Green
It's
is
more-
bad.
Green is curious.
Green is curious.
Yes, green is curious.
Okay, so it's still just curious.
Yeah, it's very curious about why this is happy for you.
Backstory.
What about Persona Strikers is different from, like, what kind of game is it? Is it still like a
Fighting
JRPG?
game.
Is it? Oh.
Yeah, it's a fighting Persona game.
I'm sure I would be terrible at it.
You would.
After a bit, they start to float off.
Aw, bye-bye.
Do they not share anything?
They give you a general idea of what's ahead. Like, they help you fill out the map a lot more.
Fill the map out.
Oh, I think I just saw Fubar douche pump one of the jellyfish.
Don't.
Fill the map out.
Don't douche pump my jelly friends.
Jelly?
Show us where all the enemies are.
Yeah.
They don't actually know where the enemies are.
I will mentally have sex with these jellyfish if it shows where all the enemies are.
Whoa.
No.
It's not consensual. What is this red box?
The red box is where some of the people have gone missing.
Whoa, what the frick? Keep zooming in and out like way more than I'm intending.
One
I find that
intended.
problem.
So to go that way or this way?
They also give off the image of of flowers up ahead.
We're going this way.
Up ahead in what direction?
Straight north.
So. Like.
Yep.
Okay.
Just
But
follow
they also-
the stealth boys.
They also give off the feeling of concern.
Hmm. I'll relay all this to our group.
There's something up there.
What
That
is
is me.
it?
That is me drawing a crude little lake.
There's a magnifying glass up ahead.
Whoa. There's a bird too.
Oh, what?
Oh, the bird. Oh, I'm a bird.
He's stuck in the walls.
Oh, Jesus.
It's gone now.
Oh, Jesus. What's happening?
Are you okay?
My map is like freaking out.
Oh,
These jellyfish are not happy. They're messing with their map.
What the hell?
like I have this whole place set up for dynamic lighting a while ago, but it's so processor intensive to actually do. It wasn't viable to do.
Dang.
Yeah.
Basically, just for my torch.
Yeah. Well, it would basically be your torch, and everyone that has dark vision would have that vision.
Because that would be pretty neat.
Yeah, it was really cool, but it's just not stable,
That's fair.
and it's very finicky.
Ah,
Uh-oh.
she's on me. Ah.
Uh oh.
You were consumed.
Consummate?
No.
Okay. I misread.
Alright. We all need to split up now.
Yeah. Everyone go in 5 directions.
Pick a direction. Perception check.
Perceptions?
6.
Oh. How much for you?
Boom!
Why are you rolling?
Boom!
15 for Peyton.
Dang it.
17, baby!
Not
And
bad for David.
what do we
Why?
got?
13.
Not bad for Jess either. You see that this area seems to be a lot more damp. Like, going farther north, it seems to get more and more damp. Like, past this point, there seems to be more water on the ground.
Pretty moist.
Which way do we go?
Well, that's something that we need. If I remember correctly.
Yep, that's one of the signs of where the actual flowers would be.
So it seems like we're going in the right direction.
Nature check, nat 20.
What can you tell us with that?
What's up?
Yeah.
Nat 20, nature check.
Hit us, Nick.
You're not very familiar with cave nature.
Nat 20!
That's your nat 20 reward.
No, I'm going farther with it. You're not really a person that would go into, like, mine
True.
system.
True.
This, like, the area to the north seems more carved out and a lot more old.
I'm feeling nature, guys. I'm feeling the nature.
Rolls nat 20. Is this a cave?
You're
Well,
in a
it's hard.
cave.
Yeah, it's like
That negates your nat 20.
Yeah.
it's like you know that there are different creatures around here. To different things that do
Like what kind?
attack.
Like big mushrooms.
Actually, no. You know that we're not
Spores?
deep enough for. We're not. This is probably close to where the Underdark actually starts, which is where Drow. And
Guys, the Underdark. You ever heard of that?
You also know Ropers.
What did you put on your dude?
I'm stealthing, so that's a ninja icon.
Oh my
You
god.
can do that?
Yeah. And
What?
you also know that there are things
I need that
called
too.
cloakers. You've never really seen anything about them. You just know the name.
Guys, I've heard of a cloaker before.
Shh. Oh, yeah. What's it about?
I can't talk.
Oh, okay. You need
Yeah,
to
you-
have a notepad on
And
you.
then I mimic it.
You do not have a notepad at all.
She's on the wall!
Ah!
Yes.
Watch out, this is a choke point. Very careful.
Why do you think I'm hugging the walls?
Clank, 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 clank.
You're
clank,
in the
clank,
wall.
Hugging walls and chugging.
Now I'm in the wall.
That's easy when you just go through the wall.
There's a freaking ghost.
Clank, 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 clank.
Peyton, what are you doing over there?
And putting some space so if she gets seen, she's not gonna give you guys
Okay,
away.
what's to the left?
To the left, more cave.
No, she goes down. I see a flower.
Yeah, it's up north.
Clank, 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 clank.
Where are the drow?
You don't know.
Hopefully not around here.
Hopefully not. Something's gonna happen. Reveal the cave, Nick!
I'm about to.
I'm sure he's got a million tools he needs to friggin' navigate through.
Can we see the enemy before they just
Right.
land in our face?
Especially when you got two stealthy boys.
Jesus, what the frick?
Also, I need everyone to make wisdom saves.
Oh god, why?
Oh, Peyton failed.
Boom.
11.
14. How many ones are you
Oh
gonna roll?
no.
It's been the kind of day I'm having.
I know.
So
RNGesus
I'm gonna
does
ask
not
this
like
out to everyone since everyone failed.
Oh.
What is your character's deepest desire?
The murder orcs!
I don't know.
Knowledge, power, revenge.
Revenge.
Revenge?
Probably knowledge.
Acceptance.
Acceptance.
Oh.
So a home, basically.
Not home. I have no home.
You want people to not hate you?
Pretty much.
Okay. So, since everyone failed this, including Jack, actually.
Come on!
Especially Jack.
Well, the Jack got the 14, so I have to say that he didn't make it.
Rigged.
You hear whispers of a voice saying, claiming to be able to fulfill your desire.
Don't believe it.
No sample, no thank you.
Just come
What
closer.
direction?
I know that I'm gonna want to be able to fulfill that desire on my own.
Okay.
Is this
And
from
it's
north?
coming. You don't know where it's coming from. It's coming from inside your head.
Just think really gross thoughts.
Just gross it out.
Exactly. Think it's just the worst poop you can imagine. Just
Oh my god.
Diarrhea.
spray it back at it.
Ugh.
Mental poo it.
Ugh.
Oh.
Indian food, Indian food.
What about
Oh,
Indian
God.
food pizza?
Oh no!
If I go here, does it get louder?
No, as far as you can tell, it doesn't get louder. Wherever you move, it doesn't seem like it gets louder or quieter.
Turns out it's the flower
And
whispering to you.
meditate.
Keep going, we're so close.
Perception.
Perception? Okay.
Failed.
Don't notice anything new.
Someone else do it. Failed.
Meh.
Doesn't notice anything new.
Got
Boom!
him! Got him!
Your Honor.
Question
Go.
is,
Got him!
thing is, right now you can't look around the corner. You can see that there is. This area seems to be more and more becoming smooth stone.
What?
Like where your feet are, instead of being cracked stone and like mined up stone, it seems like refined stone
Good or
that's been
bad?
shaped.
Shaped by water?
No,
Is that good or bad?
you don't know.
We asked the voice if it's good or bad.
You're gonna ask the voice?
No.
Now roll your nat 20, David.
Right. Well, then I take back my nat 20 and use it for the next needed roll. I bank my nat 20.
Go in there, Jess. Go in there. Look at all the flowers. Go pick them.
You want to pick a fight?
Come closer.
Oh no, she's in the water. Diarrhea, diarrhea, diarrhea.
Can we see that these flowers are the flowers we need?
Investigate nat 20!
I did it! 21. Investigation.
These are the flowers that you're looking for. You can feel that this place is
Coming. Here it
very
comes.
much so giving off.
Boom!
This one,
That's the
these
gate.
flowers are giving off a lot of magic and are exactly how they were described. And you notice something swimming in the water.
I did.
Something big.
What is it? Nat 20, bitch.
I'm gonna send you a picture, Jack.
Put that Kraken on there.
It's not a kraken.
What is it? Tell us, Jack. If I don't like it, I'll freeze the water.
Send it
How are you-
to Jack only.
I'm an ice mage.
Okay, yeah, you go first.
And it's taking up most of the water. on
Just
the
think of
surface.
Subnautica, and I'll let you imagination.
Good comparison.
Well, we're stealthy. We can grab a couple.
I guess.
All we need is what, one, and they give us bonus stuff for two. Well, for
Yeah.
additional flowers. Yeah.
Every
Two-
additional
two-
flower, yeah.
2 per additional.
Yeah. So we just snagged 2 of these suckers
Oh.
as peace.
You got this, David. You got this.
I know you're the stealthy boy.
You got the spell.
I'll go for one. You go for the other one.
You're invisible for an hour.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're invisible right now.
I know. So I'm gonna go for this one, the south one, and then you go for the north one.
Okay.
Okay.
David,
Yes.
make
You're
a
dead.
stealth check.
Stealth check.
He's invisible.
I'm invisible.
You can still make footsteps.
Nuh-uh.
Yes, it does not quiet your sounds.
I'm a dragon. I don't have footsteps. Don't enable my culture. I have. I
You get
plus one.
advantage.
Hey.
You get advantage
Advantage?
with this. Yes, you get advantage for this.
There's-
Well, there goes that.
It sees right through you, David.
It doesn't see exactly where you are, but it knows you're there.
We can just have Peyton distract the stupid thing. That's why we have the
Exactly.
big clanky knight.
What?
You just
What
have.
was your stealth roll?
28.
28.
I'm pretty sure the last stealth roll he did was.
Really good.
It was a nat plus 8.
Yeah.
Double check.
Damn, that's 3 naturals I rolled.
Yeah.
Yeah, the last one was 28. Right above
Okay.
David's spell.
Passes. Please tell me that passes.
You did
Better
not get
pass.
seen.
I'm not detected, alright.
Maybe we should honestly just have Jack do it.
That's rude.
Slog.
I'm
And
already
grab
right
it.
here.
you see the waves start to like the normally still like pond start to have waves as Jack, the thing that you saw before, starts to swirl and start to come upward.
Like, David, it sees you. David! It knows you're there.
I need to freeze the water.
Ooh. That's an idea.
Nick, let me be smart. Let me use my element.
Okay, what what spell are you using to do it?
Ray of well,
Ray of
Snowball.
Frost might not do it. Snowball, I would let it a lot more happen with.
Then snowball it is. Snowball swarm.
Snowball Swarm.
Yeah.
Okay, so it hits 5-foot radius each one, and there's
I pick
how
a
many
flower
snowballs?
first.
You can pick a flower
Yeah. I don't know.
We're
You used
taking
to
this
keep picking.
one.
and
I'm
make a
taking
dex
this one.
check.
So
what?
what?
Just make a dex check to pick it properly.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do acrobatics
What
check?
about you?
Yes, you can use acrobatics.
What about me?
Oh, never mind.
Nice.
I casted my spell first, and then if I can freeze it
17.
just enough, I'll
Okay.
pick the flower.
You see it start to slowly form a layer of ice. You do not know how thin or thick it is.
What flowers are these called?
They are just mana flowers. That's the
Okay.
only thing you have is an idea of what they're
And
called.
I'm using my athletics check to pick
Okay.
my flower.
Go for it. You're gonna need to go for another grab.
Yeah, 23, baby!
Okay, it is gonna get a movement before you can grab it.
Naturally.
And
Has
you
to
gave it something.
break through the ice first, though. That should slow its movement.
Yeah, it would, but there's a problem now.
What?
I just realized what it could do.
Convenient that it's after the fact.
This is a very smart creature. The thing is, I'm gonna roll a strength check. If it rolls high enough, it will be able to do it. Because this, yeah. So I'm gonna roll in the opened. It needs to roll above a 15.
That's easy.
Actually, no, I'll make it a 20 to do this, because it is going to try and flip the ice before it freezes fully over it, and flip it on top of you both.
Oh shit, me?
Yeah, it doesn't know you're there. It's just trying to flip the ice so it doesn't get sealed in.
Mm. Gotcha.
The ice cracks though.
That's fine. That means I had enough time to grab this sucker.
Yeah, you had enough time to grab it.
Alright, get it off the board. We got 2.
Okay.
I suggest we leave.
So
Well,
are you...
you're the one that I can hear, not me. So.
Yeah. Let's go.
No, we need more.
Why?
Because we need more than 2.
He only wanted 1, right?
Why bother having 2?
Because
If we get 1 more, that's 5 barrels of...
There's a sea leviathan in the water.
I will also now post what it looks like, since it is now clear enough and your ice is clear enough. There you go. You now can see what it looks like.
Oh my god. That's why we only grabbed 2. You know what? Okay, Fubar can go grab another one then.
I was going to say, Fubar's got
Fubar's
a
not
28
seen
stealth. Like, I feel like this thing's going to have to roll incredibly high to see him.
Alright, Fubar, go!
What if I touch the blue area?
The blue area is the water. You can skirt around it.
Okay, I'll go to there.
Okay. It's going to try to see you. Actually, no, it's focused on Jet and David.
Yeah, it should be focused on the things that it knows is there.
Yeah, it knows it's there. It's going to take a quick look around as the water is freezing
To
right now.
do.
It's making sure that it can still get out. It's making sure it doesn't get freezing over. And it does not see him.
Because I'm pretty
Okay.
sure the thing could see it. Because David didn't manage to completely cover the water, right?
Not completely yet. It's freezing.
Okay.
It's
have
about
to-
3/4 of the way covered fully.
Okay.
Now it is
Because
going to try. It's trying to flip it over again. It will not hit Jack, but it will hit you just now.
That's
Unless
a
you're
lot
not-
of ice.
Yeah, it's a lot coming out.
Well, that's just very heavy.
Mm-hmm. That's why he needs such a high roll.
Yeah. See, I could even see, I guess, with that
Nope.
15.
Another
Like-
crack.
Fish.
That's a lot of ice.
I do what I can.
Yeah, we just need that last one, and then we can get out of here.
One more hit and the ice will be broken. So
Okay. So, let's
It is
get that
no longer
last one
spreading.
and get the frick out of here.
Yeah.
yeah,
We need
the ice
4?
is
3,
4.
right?
The one I just got right here?
Yeah, you have to get the roll for it. So roll acrobatics.
Oh, right, okay. Ouch. 15.
That's enough.
Shoot.
Okay.
Okay, we got it.
Let's go. I can't move my character.
See you,
You
sucker.
you have it on the snap sensor.
I'm not stealth anymore, by the way. I forgot how I did these icons though.
Oh, right. Click on your icon and then the
Are
little
you
dot.
visible now?
He's visible. He's no longer able to
Yeah,
stealth.
once I did my spell, it unvisibles me.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
And right as you're leaving, crash.
Go, go, go!
What?
The thing
Nope,
just
it's
broke
not even
through.
It is not even going to be able to throw one of the ice chunks at you guys. You, like, David, you feel one of the ice chunks whiz past your head.
So, click on it and do what?
Click on it and see the right next to the right of the gear.
You just click it again and it'll go away there.
Oh, there we go.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a good tool to have to do different stuff.
Yeah, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Extra
welcome to
status stuff too, like poison
I can
and
do multiple. I can put as many on as I want.
yeah, that's cool.
Okay.
And welcome to the thinking that I scared Cutie with and made her afraid of water.
Yeah. I believe it.
Back pain.
Yeah, maybe we should trade in the flowers we've got.
Yep.
Okay.
Are you gonna make us move through this whole thing to get out?
No.
Okay.
We're leaving?
Are you leaving?
I mean, we got what we came for.
Yeah, we got the flowers.
And we,
Is that all we needed, wanted?
well, we also kind of know what's been killing people now too.
We know
Yeah.
more about what's been killing people.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, this area was just opened up.
Yeah, but the people dead in the south.
Yeah, you know about those ones.
Yeah.
What about the red box over there?
Zooming out. I don't.
That's
Oh,
right.
all the way back there?
Yeah.
To the west, the red box.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we can go over there if you want.
I don't know.
I mean, we always deliver these and then come back in and check
Yeah.
out.
Yep.
Let's do that first.
Okay. We
Alright.
use the fast travel leave cave mode.
Fast travel.
Escape rope.
Exactly.
Escape rope.
No more Zubats. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Yay! Let's get some
What
barrels.
the frick just happened? The map disappeared totally.
Okay.
Yay!
And you see, people are currently going out of the mine as you guys are leaving, taking out pieces of ore, taking them up the elevator to what you're guessing is the smith, and most of them are going towards the back tavern back over here.
Okay, let's go turn in these flowers, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys heading back to the place?
Yep. To
Okay.
The brewery.
Yep.
The brewery.
With the elvish-speaking dwarf.
Yeah. And he has an elf. He doesn't speak Elven.
Huh?
He doesn't speak Elven because he's got an elf with him. He's being kind.
Oh, I misread.
He speaks
So you guys-
Elvish because he has an elf.
I'm just
So
happy
you guys go back in.
that my ice
Yep.
plan actually worked.
Yeah. it was
Honestly, it was very clever. That's why I was like, if you could get a good roll, he's gonna also use something against it. For you to know, that creature is basically from time immemorial, from the very creation of time. So that's why it's so smart.
So, would you say it's a primordial?
Yes,
Can I talk to it? I speak primordial.
you could have.
Oh well, it worked out.
But it was already talking to you.
Plus, it wanted us to.
It was talking to him?
Well,
was already talking
it
to
was the one mentally being like,
So
I'll give you
what?
what you want.
Oh,
Remember?
right.
Yeah.
Your
I'll
desire.
suck your dick for $1. No, thank you.
It'd be like, I'll give you 1,000 women, more women that you can ever desire.
And they'll all look like me.
Well.
And you guys see that the dwarves are currently working away, and the elf is currently taking a break.
So, we'll get the guy's attention.
Okay, he comes on over. Ah, you're back early.
I'm gonna dangle 2 flowers in front of his face.
Okay.
We have 3.
Y'all,
Yeah.
Well, I only have 2, so.
Yeah.
I give mine up too.
Okay.
And so I may have fibbed a little bit because other one is 2 more barrels. So we got ourselves 7 barrels.
Y'all.
Very nice.
If they ask us how our adventure was, I want to tell them it was a barrel of laughs.
It's just a barrel of fun.
He will accept the flowers and starts to write up a delivery notice of where you want it. He asks where you want it to be delivered.
To our tavern.
Yeah, we'll map
gotta give him
out our
directions.
tavern location.
Yeah. He writes up an agreement to have it delivered there. He asks, do you want it delivered now, or do you want it delivered when your tavern is finished?
Probably closer to the finish date.
Okay. So he writes up two different documents. One that it's the agreement of the delivery with the what you gave him, and the other is on a different type of paper with what shows is a invoice request. So when you're ready, basically he'll explain that when you're ready for the order to come, you roll it up and put your own wax seal on it, and it will be sent to the brewery for them to send you the ale.
Okay.
He also offers a trade deal.
Oh?
He asks for the location of the flowers for cheaper prices on his ale for restocking your tavern.
What's cheaper?
10%.
10% cheaper my behind. No. You're gonna... You know how valuable these are.
25, and we'll.
Oh, more than 25.
Oh, she playing hardball, guys. Never mind. I'll shut up.
No, he's not asking. No, he's saying he's asking for the location so he can get it himself.
Oh, I know.
Okay.
I ain't trying to be a jerk about it. Obviously, this is worth a lot.
He's just gonna get his ass kicked by that fucking sea dragon.
Well,
You guys don't even know what it is. Your characters don't know what it is. And people's like,
Sea devil.
sea devil thing.
what we should do is, when you're bringing it up, Jess, just like, we'll tell you where it is and what's guarding it.
There you go. Extra incentive. Something that it ain't easy
Exactly.
unless you roll nat 20s plus 8
Yeah. Unless you with this gang.
to match those things up.
I mean, look at it this way. Your last guy died in the process. And he didn't sell out to you.
I'll tell you what's guarding that mother.
It is very well guarded.
40%.
Oh, that's way better.
That sounds reasonable.
How much would that cost us? What's 40%?
40% of each barrel. So
What does a
basically,
barrel cost?
Yeah.
In gold pieces, a barrel will cost. Oh crap! I actually had this written down. I had this written down.
An extra 10% for unpreparedness.
50%. Oh,
Tap them blind.
It's 50 gold per barrel.
That's not. That's normal price.
That's for his normal brews. Seasonal is 100.
And we get 40% off.
Yeah.
50 with access.
Roll persuasion.
Or intimidation.
Do you want to intimidate him?
I don't want to be rude. He's gonna be our business partner.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to piss him off.
I'm gonna be in the back corner, and I'm gonna be using a squeaky voice with this intimidation check.
Does anybody want to back me up on the persuasion?
Can I slide a hand and change her persuasion roll?
I'll let someone help her so she can get advantage.
Persuasion,
So
I have
anyone wanna
plus
back
3.
her up?
I'll back her up.
So he's backing me up, so I can roll again.
Yep.
Never mind.
Or take damage.
Boom!
Never
Yeah.
mind.
Better.
Boom! We both got him. We're up in his face like, you're gonna give us 50.
We're not being
50%
intimidating.
on anything but specialty.
Huh?
50% on anything but specialty brews.
We get half off seasonal though.
No, 50 but anything but seasonal.
Oh,
So
That's
50
what-
off
that's
So
what- that's what
25 gold per.
per barrel.
25
barrel.
barrel.
And I don't
And-
remember if you heard. I don't know if you remember what I said, but that's with access to the flowers.
Yeah, he's not going to restrict access to it.
Okay.
He will say that you shouldn't go too often because it will take them time to regrow.
Oh yeah, of course.
He will explain that the flowers themselves grow with magic, like heavy magic around them. That's why they're quite expensive for them to actually grow outside of it, because wizards have to empty a spell slot just to actually feed it.
Okay. Then I suppose if he's going to have, his own access to it, I will inform him of the gigantic creature in the lake and the fact that it is quite dangerous. After, we solidify the agreement.
Okay. You do see him go a little pale when you describe it. This might be too much trouble for its worth.
You could always pay me for a little help if you need.
Yeah.
Uh,
And of course, again, I will only disclose this information after our deal is solid.
It is solid. Like
Okay.
he will sign. He will give it, but he will also say, if it is too dangerous, that location might be sealed.
Oh.
Why not create a hidden path? Since, we've seen placed rocks, we know it's a thing that you'll seal off these things.
Yeah.
However, we've run into false entrances before, haven't we? Or false walls before?
You have not ran into him in here,
Not here, no.
but you have ran into him before.
Yeah. So I feel like that's something that can be done.
Yeah, it's something that they could probably do, but the question is if they're going to actually risk that. They don't know if it can, how far it can reach out.
Without disturbing it.
Yeah.
You know what they should do is just hire a high-level Terramancer and just have someone do an earth seal over the top of the lake.
They need the water there, though.
Yeah.
You still have the water going to the flowers, you're sealing off access from the monster. The roots are still getting what they need.
Somebody with a super high level mage hand.
Well, you guys don't know fully everything about the area, so I can't say if that would work or not.
Yeah, that's fair. It's just an idea. We're just throwing out ideas to help our business
Little
partner.
recommendation.
Yeah.
Get some kind of high-level mage and
Because we don't
seal it.
We don't plan on over picking it, but now you do have access. If they block the access, we know that you have ways of getting access again.
Or hey, maybe a magic barrier.
He tells you that there are ways to get in there without having an actual entrance.
Okay.
Stone milled into stone, stone walking, stuff like that.
Okay. Alrighty.
Okay.
There's our business deal.
Woo.
And he'll give you the finished forms
Let's
after you guys
rest.
sign it.
Yes.
Rest.
Yeah. Since I used magic.
I gotta get my
Whoa.
key point back.
Yeah. Okay. Heading back to your inn.
Yes.
Yep.
Be cool if we could have these labeled too.
Yeah, Nick.
I'll get to it.
Hold on. I gotta hold
There.
the phone.
Give me some of them stuffed tater tots.
Give me them spicy nugs, bro.
You're getting some spicy nugs.
Heck yeah.
Right?
We're celebrating.
You notice that the Goliath is on the ground now.
What?
He looks like he passed out drunk, and all the other tables around are completely shattered.
Oh no.
Ask her what happened.
What do you think?
How much alcohol did that Goliath have?
She starts to look up in the air and starts counting on her fingers. Once on one hand, twice on one hand, 3. 50.
Oh my god.
Holy.
I feel like you probably could have finished the challenge with that.
Right? Yeah.
He tried. You got half.
So half the challenge plus 50?
Probably.
Damn.
No, it wasn't. She's talking about he's tried on its own.
You ate half the ham?
Yep.
Half the rum ham.
You guys
Doesn't
think
even
I can do
sound
that? It's not happening.
Do it, Fubar.
You want to try it?
No.
After I enjoy my spicy tots, I go to bed.
Okay.
Long rest.
Okay.
Confirmed.
Is there a button for that?
Yeah, it's up top next to your name. Do long rest. Just confirm it. It'll reset your magic points or your key points.
Cool.
Right?
Where? Oh, there it is. Never
Yep.
mind.
At the top of it.
Short and long.
I want to buy a cup of the brew that we've just agreed to sell at our tavern.
Okay.
There you go.
Taste test.
Yeah.
Taste test. Okay. Actually, no. She doesn't have it yet.
What?
Dang it.
It is
Didn't-
currently being brewed. Because
Dang, I thought they'd have some.
No, they did not have. Did not
We
have
have to
it
go back
because
to
they
the other place.
No, they didn't have it taken to another place. They didn't have it done because they were waiting for the flowers to actually brew it.
Right, that makes sense.
Because you're getting the seasonal stuff being brewed.
Right, they needed that ingredient.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, so that's the ones we got free.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, kind of. We got freaking
Mostly.
lucky is what we did.
Yeah, you did.
Free?
Yeah.
If I had rolled any better, that thing would have slammed a about 5-inch thick chunk of ice on both you and David.
We have to
Just
fight
melted
it.
it.
You would have fought. You would have fought it.
Yeah.
Damn.
Thank goodness for Jack rolling a nat
I
20
know,
on that.
it's just like stealth and
If you guys didn't,
Somehow.
it would have not. David would not have been able to freeze it.
Yeah.
The reason why it took so long to get up there is because it did not see you guys.
And he gets up there and he's like, "What's this?"
Yeah.
Ice?
Like, what the fuck? Smash.
I'm in a
Like,
cave.
where's this
Ice?
come from?
Yeah.
It was so flustered, it didn't even know what was going on.
Yeah.
Nope.
By the time he got out, he was like, "Whoa, hey!"
Yeah.
Won't happen again for like another year, and then suddenly it's like, is this a seasonal thing?
Yeah.
What?
Seasonal. Global warming.
Mm-hmm.
It's so funny.
Okay. So, you guys have gotten your full rest. She does offer you a cup of the normal brew that they offer. Dragonfire normal one.
Sounds good.
And it tastes a little better. It's like, it's not as, like, it tastes more fresh here. It doesn't, even with the age that it's had, it doesn't taste as bad.
So it's smoother, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Take
Less
it from a
contaminants
drinker.
is not in there.
Okay, cool. Good to know the taste of what we're selling.
Mm-hmm. And you notice as soon as you get back down after your long rest, all the tables have been replaced.
That's a real good table guy.
I mean, they have to get it replaced pretty much every day. They probably know the carpenter pretty well.
Yeah. I'm sure he pre-makes things for him.
Probably.
I hope
You
they
don't
make
have
the
a
Goliath,
carpenter
like, bring the furniture over for him every morning.
You actually see that happening. You see a Goliath like walking in with like 5 stacked chairs on top of each other with a table. It's like, I got another stack.
He's like, ugh, so hungover.
No, he doesn't even look hungover at all. He
Insane.
does not look at all.
Cool, you can roll multiples.
What?
Holy crap.
43!
40. How do you roll a 43?
It's something at D&D Beyond when you
Oh, I see it.
click on the bottom right.
Yep.
If you hit any of them more than once, they don't go until you hit roll.
Yeah.
Roll. Damn. You rolled
Oh, yeah.
4 dice.
I rolled several dice.
5.
Melissa's rolled 4 dice.
Oh, dear lord.
Sorry!
Oh, that's a critical fail.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry.
What do you guys want to do now that you have...
You just
You
ruined
turned
her
to it.
epic roll. Your critical fail.
I rolled a 2, a 53, a 1, and a 24 with 4
Ouch.
D100s.
Ouch.
Actually,
A
David,
2 and a 1.
Yeah.
I am going to need you to do a D100 roll.
Alright, this one, this is the real one. Here we go. Wait, ouch.
Not good.
Oh no.
Oh no.
That's
That
the one I
doesn't
didn't
sound
want.
good.
Yeah, it hit. It happened.
Oh
It
shit.
finally hit.
Yes.
You don't know what it was. It just hit.
Oh god.
Something that happened a long time ago. It got
Rip.
triggered.
That's all
Better
ominous.
not affect me,
Like
dude.
session 2.
What?
Like session 2 it just got affected.
Session 2.
Yep, from session 2.
Oh.
Good.
shit.
Something.
That's from
Something
like
you
a
guys
year
did.
ago.
Yep.
Some
Oh
context.
god.
I'm not gonna give you context. This is your character not remembering from
Something with
like
a
you-
nightmare? I don't even know.
No?
See, I don't know if that's entirely fair. Is that something we would know? Something he would remember if we were still playing?
No, your character would not remember it. Plus, you guys don't have knowledge of what it would be.
Okay, that's fair. Because I'm
Like,
like,
that's
if
why I'm
that's a
saying-
year ago, then that's not fair. Because I don't remember what I had for dinner
Yeah,
Chicken.
like
yesterday.
Chicken.
session 2 was
Did I?
they did that in the first the area that when you actually got just impaled by a boar.
Oh, right.
you returned in the blacksmith's daughter, and then you started to head out to Windrip,
Oh man.
and you also saw the destruction
Rip.
of a white dragon.
Is that when the airship went down?
Cool.
Nice knowing you, David.
Holy crap! It's already 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We gotta be up at 12:30 for some Thai
Oh
food.
no, we gotta be gone by 12:30.
We've never had Thai food before, so I'm gonna wear a bow tie.
Do it.
Oh my
so
god.
funny. Hi, what are your noodles?
That'd be so funny.
I hear you guys have food here.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, this would probably be the best stopping off
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
We'll go
that's
back
what I
into the
was thinking.
cave next week.
My plan is gonna be to maybe ask around, talk to people.
Get more info.
Yeah.
You also noticed when you came out, there was no one on guard or anything.
Oh, see, that's odd.
It is odd. We were supposed to check, make sure we didn't steal any ore.
Like they checked you, but they didn't. Like no one was on guard from like someone dying or
We could've
seeing
smuggled
something.
ore out of
Oh,
there.
okay. So no one
So-
was. No one seemed uneasy.
Yeah, no one. You didn't like. No one saw the undead walk out, as far as you can tell. But yeah, we'll wrap up here. We'll go back into the mines.
Yeah.
You actually got a good amount of XP with that one.
Nice.
Enough to level up?
Maybe.
Cause
Doubt it.
how much experience, Nick? Tell us right now.
Give me a sec. You voided one of the monsters. You voided the giant sea serpent in the lake.
The jellyfish
You got-
reacted kindly to us.
Jellyfish reacted kindly to you guys. Good role playing, which gives you
Yeah.
extra.
The nat
Uh,
20s.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
You also avoided the revenant that was coming around.
Mhm.
So you're getting the experience from that.
We also picked the flowers and avoided combat creatively.
Like that's
That's
a
true,
big
yeah.
one.
Mhm.
Big creative part. That's a big one.
We were
That's
smart
true.
about it, but we still stayed in character.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Did my very best not to metagame.
Yep, that one time we almost metagame.
Almost.
Well, the thing is, you would still have dodged around it even if you didn't see it.
Yeah, Jack would have definitely probably dodged it.
True. Most
But-
likely.
Doesn't mean we would have.
Well, yeah, but see, that's the thing. That was
They already went the other
why
way.
I was hesitant, because I know I would have. I didn't want to go around,
Mm-hmm.
because
Yeah.
Straight down.
it's a double jointed choke point. I didn't really want to put us in that
It's
situation.
my favorite hold in MMA.
Which one?
The double jointed choke point.
Oh.
3,250 just based off of monster XP.
Wow,
And I'm gonna round that up to
decent.
4,000.
That's a level up. No, it's not. Damn it.
That's
So
a level
close.
Well,
You're-
We're like 2,000 off. Less than 2,000 off.
where?
On the top left, our experience. I am at 8,643 out of 14,000.
Yep,
Oh, it's so small I can't read it.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
8643.
I can only see it because it's
okay.
on the big TV.
You have a zoom-in capability.
So we need 6,357.
5,000 something, right?
I've got.
Yeah, I'll be updating
Yeah.
you guys before I go to sleep. So,
We're so
your XP
close.
will be very close.
Just give it to us.
Not
give us
just
4.
5,357.
Does this add more? We negotiated a much
gave
better
you-
deal about the
I
alcohol.
gave you 700 extra. 750
Nice.
extra. I rounded up to 4,000 XP.
Okay.
Cool.
That's with negotiating creative uses of a spell, RPing in character.
So we need
And
less than 2,000.
Yeah.
yeah, you need roughly around in 2,000.
Okay.
Just manipulate myself. Oh, level up. No.
Yeah.
Sweet. That was a good progress.
Oh yeah.
Alright, chat. Thank you for hanging.
It's great.
Another D&D.
Yeah.
Good seeing you guys.
Bye, Game God, even though you're not here.
Bye, Game God. Bye, Psy. Right?
Yep.
It was my glasses. I'm like, what?
Bye bye, everyone.
See you tomorrow for more Pikmin.